Put a little bit of the rub, nigga, I gotta be safe.
Let's get some sports talk.
Conversation here. Doug, thank you very much for your time, first and foremost. And I just wonder, as you hear me run through all of those statistics and notes and see where we are in the sport now relative to where it was 30 years ago, how does it make you feel?
It's very delightful, number one, because, when I think back, the adjective that was used for me back then was Tampa Bay's black quarterback, or either Doug Willams' black quarterback. Today, we don't need that adjective. We just, whoever the team, whether or not it's Houston's, whether or not it's Kansas City, whether or not it's Baltimore, whether or not it's Arizona, is their quarterback. And I think that's why we've come a long ways, because we don't have to use the adjective.
Hey, Doug, you were an important part in the legacy of black quarterbacks, and in part, you're the reason why.
Because when they had that holdout, they had to do replacement players. And he was a quarterback for the Washington Redskins. And they won a championship that year. So he changed all the narrative of black quarterbacks. It's like, it's changing so much and evolving so much now. Everyone want to be able to get a black quarterback on their team, a mobile type quarterback on a roster, because it's changing the game so much. Everyone's believing in them. Instead of using their black quarterback, now they just saying their name, not using that term when they say they quarterback no more.
You're part of the reason why we're here today. And right now we have 4 of the 6 quarterbacks going to the Pro Bowl are black quarterbacks. So I just need to know from you, how does that make you feel, knowing that you set this up, kind of?
Well, a lot of people say, well, why are we talking about this? It's a lot of significance, number one. You're talking about the guys that are going to the Pro Bowl. Those 4 guys, 20 years ago maybe, wouldn't have got the opportunity that they're getting today. They might have been going to different positions. And not only those 4 guys, but the other guys who didn't make the Pro Bowl, I don't know whether they had the opportunity. I think times has changed, whether or not it's the coaching or whether or not it's the ownership. And I think from a public perception, the mindset has changed a lot since that time.
When you were a player, Doug, did you ever think that something like this could happen, that we could look at the league and it could look this black at the most important position?
Well, it's not a matter whether you think it will happen as much you want it to.
It have changed. Because everyone want a Deshaun Watson. Everybody want a Patrick Mahomes. Everyone want a Kyler Murray. Everyone want a Lamar Jackson. Them 4 quarterbacks is just changing the narrative for black quarterbacks around the world. They changing that. Now organizations want to try to draft that quarterback who could be the next Patrick Mahomes, who could be the next Deshaun Watson, be the next Kyler Murray, be the next Lamar Jackson, especially Lamar. Everyone trying to duplicate that.
I was fortunate enough to know James Harris, who was the first black quarterback to play in the Pro Bowl and was named MVP. First black to be named MVP in the Pro Bowl. So he went to Grambling, so him and I shared a good friendship. So I understood, and going to Grambling, Coach Rob used to always tell us that if you can play football at Grambling, you can play football anywhere, but just a matter of getting the opportunity to do it.
Doug, growing up, I remember going to your camp and getting opportunities to meet you and having opportunities to take pictures, and I used to be so excited about it. And because of you, I didn't know that playing quarterback in the NFL was difficult for black players. And so now, what do you think that this generation of black quarterbacks is doing to the next generation that's coming up? The kids that look at these guys and say, you know what, one day I can also be a Pro Bowl quarterback or an MVP in the NFL.
I think the most important thing here is opportunity. The people that are coaching you, the people who draft you, and the organization. I think organizations across the league now are so much open-minded compared to yesteryears, and which means the guys that are playing today gonna give hope for the young guys that's coming, because it's gonna be even more open-minded in the future because of what these guys are doing today.
Because they open everyone's eyes. They changing everything around in the field. Because the dynamic they bring at that position it changed everyone's perception on these quarterbacks. And it's just like the term that how they just bring the impact to that position, and everyone want to be able to draft a quarterback that's mobile, that's dynamic. Everyone want that because the league is changing now. It's going to be a different era now of the quarterbacks.
So the quarterback position is normally the face of the league, or not normally, it is the face of the league. It's the players that we promote, it's the players that we all care about, it's the players that we tune in to see. How do you think the idea of going forward, that all of the quarterbacks, the young quarterbacks, frankly, that we're all excited about watching going forward, they're all going to be black quarterbacks. What do you think that means to the fans, to the media, and to all of us watching this game?
Well, you know, if you're a young black quarterback in this football league and you watching to see what's going on today and realize that, you know, you got an opportunity to do the same thing, and hopefully that you'll be able to be in the Pro Bowl, go to the Super Bowl, and hopefully other young guys that you mentor, that look up to you, will get the same opportunity that you get today. I think that's the most important part. And as we do that, I think society would be more acceptable. And one day I wouldn't be sitting here, and the questions that are coming at me today wouldn't be coming because it just be part of the game.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports and analysis, download